So we back with another video. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't plan on giving y'all this early, but we giving y'all the animations. Now, we're gonna be going over the best jump shots, animations for day 1 of 2K. Now, we're gonna be going over everything and more in this video. Dribble moves, dunks, layups, everything you need to know. So yeah, I've seen a lot of people struggling with jump shots. I felt like this was a little bit more important than the video I was gonna drop. The video I was gonna drop was gonna be a 99 overall method to help people get their overall faster so they can get to that 99. And then if they wanna make that rebirth, they don't have to waste their time in VC for like making a rebirth too fast and stuff like that. But y'all do want that, make sure to like the video. But today we're gonna be giving y'all the animations. Now, all that's good out the way, let's hop into it. Alright, hopping into it. Layup packages. Best layup packages in the game. Layup packages kind of work the same way as last year in a lot of them, but a lot of them have been tweaked a little bit. So like Giannis last year was long athlete. Zion was like the little, I forgot what it used to be called, but it was like a post one for big men. But it's now like actually has those animations, but it actually has like some Zion layup animations. I'm gonna be real. This is like the real first pro play year. They tried to market last year as a pro play year. It was capped. But yeah, the layups I would personally recommend. Having not tested out layups as much, layups are good on this game. What I would say is the paint defense on this game is much better than, or paint contest is much more consistent, and paint defense is much more consistent than perimeter. So I would say layups may be good now, but when people get their badges, I think dunks are still gonna be better. But they did nerf dunks a little bit this year, especially in comparison to how easy they were last year. But the layups, I would personally have to say, you're gonna want to use stuff like Zach LaVine. Michael Jordan is another solid one for swings. Guards, I would personally use D Fox. I know some guards gonna like to try to use the D Bookers and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna lie. D Booker still has his floater, but it's not as easy as it was last year to do that. Apparently, I've heard. But yeah, you can definitely still use Devin Booker. You can still use Trae Young. Bigs, you can still use your same like Jokic's. That's what I personally say is like Giannis personally for bigs. But layups, I'm gonna be real, I think they're good right now, but they may not be as good as you think they are right now when everybody get their badges. Now, when people get their layup badges, you can still say that too, where what about when I get my layup badges? Then you can kind of say that. So like the physical, the layup mix master, that's gonna really make a big difference. But yeah, those are the best layup packages. All right, next is going to be the dunk packages. Now, dunk packages is pretty simple. The best dunk packages in the game. Now, if you didn't realize, there's some dunk packages that are very good that are locked behind a rep reward again this year. So quick drops off 1, the front clutches, I believe MJ may be still, yeah, MJ is locked. So yeah, but in my opinion, still the best one I would say is LeBron. Now this year they did add a new thing that you have to have a 40 standing dunk to have it. So if your build doesn't get 40 standing dunk, that's gonna be what it is. Now, if you don't get LeBron, there is another one that you can do that's pretty much the same thing as LeBron, Tomahawk, and it's pretty much what the old Bron was, 84 and 65. So if you don't get LeBron, you can just use sidearm Tomahawks. Simple as that. Now, to go alongside that, you're going to want some baseline reverses off 1, baseline reverses off 2. That's what I'm putting on. And then I got the back scratchers, quick drop in, whatever, off 2. That's the same thing I was using last year, and it's good again this year. Now, contact dunks, pretty much same as last year. What I'll say is, on this build, I only have pro. And like I told y'all, I'm going to be on my one build to start because of that 99 rebirth. And then whenever I get 99, I get my 99 stamina. Then we're going to start getting the other builds to get it going. But for right now, I'm only on this build. Now, with that being said, I do get contact dunks. And I actually get them a lot. Ankle breakers are actually pretty frequent on this game too. So I want to say that. But yeah, you want to make sure that you have your pro contact dunks, your elite, your small. I did watch Joe Knows. He didn't have strength on his build, and he was struggling to get contact dunks. So, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how much strength is gonna go into contact dunks this year, and I don't know how much having as many packages is gonna affect the frequency. What I will say is, if you get contact dunks on, put them on. But if you want to have the flashy ones, I would say the elites, just put those on. But if you want to get more, I would put as many of them on as possible. That's just what I would do. Now, for the big men, I think, again, the best ones is going to be the 2-hand under basket regular and the pro under basket rim pulls. Now, you can do the elites too. I just wouldn't do the athletics because the athletics sometimes do too much, but they do have some simple ones, but they also have some ones that do too much. Just like the elite basket rim pulls, they have some simple ones, but also do too much. I'm just putting them on to get 2 hands for safety and get my auto 2 points. Same thing I said for the contact dunks, you can say for the big man contact dunks, but I would more so put those on every single time than I would do the regular contact dunks. Comes to oops, bigs, I would use pro. If you're locked, you can try to use pro. It doesn't really matter too much if you don't, but you should, I would say. But elite, Zion, that's up to you how you want to do it. You could use all three, but I think pro is more so for like standing, so that's why I say bigs, locks should use it, guards not so much have to use it. Pro contact dunks, elite, same thing as I said for contact dunks earlier. Park dunks, I was looking through these. It don't seem like there's too many new animations, and funny thing is that they actually call them city dunks, city oops this year. This is the first year they did that, so I thought that was cool. But yeah, nothing crazy on the city dunks, city alley oops, but that's pretty much the best dunk packages in the game. Next, let's get into the shot creator animations. Now, for the shot creator animations, I'm not gonna lie, the shot creator animations get a little crazy because when you have to look at these animations, these are going to get a new little added bonus with the go-to shots. And the go-to shots is something I feel like everybody needs to put into their game this year. The go-to shots are going to be something that's very essential to anybody that's going to play the game. Now, getting into it. Now, I'm going to go over the big man jump shots when I do. I was labbing that up. That really didn't take me as long as it did for like the guards and swings to get good jump shot. So I will say that. But for the swing or for the bigs, I'm going to be honest. Last year, y'all had some of the worst animations. Hey, y'all may have the best jump shot in the game. Y'all damn near got some of the best animations in the game. But y'all go-to shots, y'all don't have as much variety. For y'all go-to shot, only one I really liked was really Pascal Siakam. For the guards, I would use Darius Garland. Pretty simple as that. And if you're a swing, you can use Luka, you can use James Harden. But yeah, those are the ones I personally would recommend for the go-to shots. Now, when it comes to the dribble pull-up. Now, for the dribble pull-ups, like I said, for the bigs, Kevin Durant dribble pull-up is disgusting. Kevin Durant has some of the best animations for shooting in general in the game. Whether you want to talk about base, whether you want to talk about release, he has some of the best stuff in the game. They were not lying at Community Day when they were saying that. KD stuff is crazy. Now, dribble pull-up, you can use this for swings as well, but I like MJ for threes more so than KD for threes. MJ dribble pull-up is green bean. The only thing I would say is it's a little long, so you gotta hold it longer than your regular jump shot, so it can be off-putting sometimes. But if you get used to it, it's similar to how I used it on 23. I got used to it. It's green bean, and I ain't gonna lie. Right now, dribbling is so weird that I don't even know fully how to stop every single time. I know how to quick stop sometimes, but I don't even get the speed boost I want every single time. So still trying to figure that out fully. But the dribble pull-up I use is Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant. Now, when it comes to the guards, I was using Cam Thomas. I will be honest. When it comes to the guards, y'all got a lot y'all can use. It don't really matter. As long as you get certain requirements, because I know y'all know you got to have these certain ratings. I think you have to have a 92.3 for Curry. You still can use stuff like Trae Young. Y'all got a lot of options, to be honest. I was just using Cam Thomas to get as much air off the ground, to be honest, so it's harder to contest. And I really wasn't getting contest. It just wasn't that good. So that's why I say I'm still trying to figure out for the guards, so I'll just leave it there. All right, next is the spin jumper. Spin jumper is pretty easy. I'm not going to lie. Best spin jumper, I was using Luka on my small guard, but I'm going to be honest, Kyle Kuzma is way better. So, yeah, if you get Kyle Kuzma, use Kyle Kuzma. That's more so for the swings. But normal, pro, you know what I'm saying? Those are still the best spin jumpers. I've been saying this for years. The one I do use on my big is actually KD, but you can use normal on bigs this year. So, yeah, it's really on you how you want to do it. I think normal and pro is going to just stand the test of time every single year that they're going to be in the game and they don't get changed. They actually put a little bit of normal in Kyle Kuzma. That's why Kyle Kuzma is actually good. That's why I actually am using Kyle Kuzma in comparison to normal. But only swings get that. So, yeah. Next is the hop jumpers. Now, I'm going to be honest. The best hop jumpers, it's a lot. De'Aaron Fox has a crazy hop jumper. De'Aaron Fox has a crazy hop jumper. Now, it depends on how you playing. If you're actually using the hop jumper to shoot off of, De'Aaron Fox. If not, Trae Young has the best hop jumper in the game. If you've seen people doing that crazy clip of the double dribble before the game came out, that is in Trae Young's hop jumper. Simple as that. You just seen it right there on the screen. And you can cancel out of that. You can literally cancel out of that. Now, I'm going to be honest. Cancel out of hop jumpers I have not mastered to the same level of everything else. But yeah, you can cancel out of that stuff. So if you're doing the shot canceling feature, Trae Young is the best. De'Aaron Fox is probably the best one in the entire game. Zach LaVine is the one I'm using on swings, but you can also use Drew. They got James Harden off the rip, so they really messing with the swings off the rip. And the one for the bigs I actually use is Jokic, but you also could use Nurt Nowitzki, and that's very good as well. All right, next is going to be the motion styles. For the motion styles, if you're a big, I would use Drew Eubanks. Simple as that. Guards, I use De'Aaron Fox. Swings, it depends on if you're a lock, and I feel like most locks are going to be swings, so that's why I put this here. I would go Kawhi Leonard or Justice Winslow. And if you're a swing, you can also use Dennis Rodman, which is pretty much the same as last year, where it's really, really fast. So it's really on you how you want to do this motion style. All right, next is going to be the pass styles. Now, when it comes to the pass styles in this game, they added some new ones. I will give 2K that, but 2K Lab actually tested these, and it ended up coming out that LeBron and Hallie were still the two best, but none was pretty solid. From what I seen from their tests, Mike Conley looked really good. So, yeah, it's good, but I ain't know Mike Conley was a 90 pass accuracy to get it. So, I don't know if y'all been in the builder. It's not easy to get that pass accuracy this year. So, that's what I'll say. So, it's going to be far and few between how many people going to be getting that Mike Conley. But is it worth it to get Mike Conley over LeBron, Hallie? I don't think so. Also, another thing is LaMelo is not as expensive this year, too. So, you can get LaMelo cheaper, too. So, it's on you how you want to do that. But yeah, pass styles, those are the ones I would personally recommend. None. John Moran is another one that you can use that's cheap if you don't want to go none. Then you got LeBron, the LaMelos, the Hallies, the Mike Conleys. And yes, Luka's is not good, unfortunately. They made him have like super long. It's like similar to Magic, where they got super long animations to get it out their hands. But when it's out their hands, it's probably the fastest in the game. But it just takes forever to get out their hands. All right, next is going to be the dribble style. Now, the best dribble style in the game, let's get this out the way. The best dribble style in the game is Kyrie Irving. But, as you've seen my builds, hey, good luck. You know what I'm saying? I have not been able to get it yet, but I know it's the best one in the game. I've tested it and all that good stuff in terms of it's the best one in the game. It's pretty much the same thing as last year. You don't even need to worry about Kyrie. Kyrie's the best one. It just has a high requirement this year, so it's harder to get. Now, if you can't get Kyrie Irving, the next best one to go with is Darius Garland. Darius Garland is very good, but another one you can use that's actually can be on smalls and swings is Jalen Green. And it's actually really easy to get Jalen Green. You only need a 75 and under 6'10". Now, if you're not using Jalen Green, another one you can throw on is actually Zach LaVine. Now, for all my bigs out there, now I ain't gonna lie. My stretch build I made, that joint OD. That joint is OP. I'm honestly like tempted to break what I said with the rebirth thing. That joint is crazy. That Zion Williamson dribble style, bro, you can do so much with that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm almost tempted to even put it on this build. Bro, that Zion Williamson is crazy. But yeah, Zion Williamson dribble style. You can still use Pro from last year as well. But I will say this, the speed boosting on this game, it is different across every dribble style. So some people may have an easier way with speed boosting than others based on this dribble style that they have. It's just not going to be as fast. So it depends on what you rather. Do you rather the ease of speed boosting, or do you rather the speed of the speed boosting? And also, another thing that people are not noticing, this year, first time ever, you're going to get different, like, you can get quick stops in Curry's dribble style. So I think that would make Curry's dribble style actually one of the best ones as well, because it has the 2K21 quick stop. So yeah, and I don't know if there's others that have that, but I know for a fact Curry's has it. So I think that's another pretty big deal for the dribble style. All right, next is the best signature size up. Now for bigs, I want to make sure we get this one out the way first. I would say Ben Simmons is the best one for bigs. I don't really like any of the other ones. I'll leave it there. For guards, in my opinion, it's pretty simple. I think I've seen people using Darius Garland, but I actually personally been using Derrick Rose since 22, and that's been my favorite one since 22. But I actually may use Trae Young this year. Trae Young is really good this year. And in terms of the way speed boosting works, I feel like it's easier to get speed boost out of the size ups with my dribble style than it is with the escape. So I find Trae Young to be better than D Rose. I think D Rose pairs with escape moves better in terms of trying to speed boost, but I think if you want to just use your 6 size ups, I think Trae Young is good. And also with the way this, bro, I'm gonna just leave it there. When it comes to the swings, I'm using Drew Holiday right now. Jason Tatum is not horrible. There's some other solid ones. I'ma just say this. Swings, you got a lot of mid ones. They took a lot of y'all good animations out. Like Ja, you now have to be a guard to use. De'Aaron Fox is now for guards. So they tried to nerf the swings. I'm not gonna cap. But yeah, Drew Holiday is the one I'm using right now. Jason Tatum is solid. I think Lonzo is actually solid. No, Lonzo, that's not the one for Lonzo, but it's the next one. But yeah, Jrue Holiday and Jason Tatum is the ones I personally been using right now. And next is the regular breakdown combo. Now, if you're big, just throw on pro and you'll be straight. Just throw on pro and you'll be straight. Now, if you're a guard, now for the small guard, I actually am using Rafer Alston. I've seen some people using the Michael Jordan because it has the little boom, 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 boom combo. But I think that's actually the aggressive breakdown combo. This is just the regular for when you're just standing still. So for this one, personally, I think I'm not really too crazy about any of these besides Rafer Alston. So if you want to throw on anything, it's really on you. I'm not mad at you saying just use pro if you don't even have the ability to use Rafer Alston, to be honest. Because pro is actually one of the better ones in general. But you can use, like I was saying earlier, the Tatum. It's some pretty solid ones, but it just depends on how you play with some of this stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, the breakdown combos are actually good this year. So I think these need to be put into your game this year. All right, next is the aggressive breakdown combo. Now for the aggressive breakdown combo, like I said, a lot of people are using the Michael Jordan. The Michael Jordan has that little Kobe. I think MJ may have had it last year too, but Kobe originally had it in, like, I forget what 2K that was. That was a couple ago. It may have been 17. But yeah, Kobe is really good. If you're big, I would say use Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is actually really good as well. Also was looking at the Brandon Ingrams, but yeah, I would say use MJ, Tatum, KD, and those are the ones I would personally probably have to recommend. Actually, for guards, what I am using is actually LaMelo. So if you can get LaMelo on your like your big guard or your swing, use LaMelo. That's really good as well. All right, next is the escape moves. Now for the escape moves, my build don't really get much. Now, I will say this. An escape move that's actually good on this game that I'm not using on this build is KD. So that's what I used pretty much all of last year. It's pretty much the same thing. But the thing about escape moves is they kind of last year took away like the combo of the escape move with the behind the back from escape moves and put it in behind the back. That is now in escape moves. So stuff like Curry slide is back in escape move. So you kind of have to figure this one out a little bit more again this year. Trae Young is another thing in the game this year, but I think that's actually hidden behind a rep reward if I'm not mistaken. Kemba Walker is hidden behind a rep reward. I know that. It's either going to be a season or a rep reward, one or the other, or he's just not in the game. I heard that they couldn't get John Wall in the game because of something like that, so John Wall's animations aren't in the game. So like John Wall's crossover is not in the game because of that. So maybe John Wall and Kemba is just not going to be in the game in general. I don't know. But Stephen Curry has his little Curry slide. Darius Garland is low-key one of the better ones. Kyrie is low-key probably the best one. And Dame was low-key my most comfortable one. I like Dame on 23. I like Dame on 22. I ain't gonna lie. Dame may be my favorite one this year. It just don't have a crazy combo like the Kyrie, like the Curry. But it's solid. You know what I'm saying? But it's solid. Now for the swings to go along that, I am using LeBron or Levine. I'm not really fully comfortable to say which one I prefer. They both not that crazy to me. Right now, as you can see, I'm using Levine, but yeah, I'm gonna be real. I'm still trying to figure out the swing one. I may even just use KD because I actually do like KD, but yeah. Combo moves, James Harden. If you're a guard, James Harden. Swing, James Harden. If you're big, use Kevin Durant. Simple. Combo moves not that crazy of important, but it actually is this year because of ankle breakers. Next is the crossover. Now, crossover, as you can see, I've been testing a lot of these. Now, if you're a guard, I'm gonna be real. I was using Darius Garland, Kyrie Irving. Bro, the crossover, for some reason, has snatchbacks with, like, mixed with the crossover that you can mesh together. So, like, you got ones like Trae Young that has a snatchback cross, like a snatch cross. You got Kyrie that has a snatch cross. You got AI that have really good crossover animations, and you got Darius Garland that has really good animations. Now, for my swing, I am using Paul George right now, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest. They went a little crazy with them Kyries and Trae Young. So if you're a guard, I would personally use one of those. Now, I'm pretty sure somebody gonna find something really broken. Giannis is probably gonna be the best one in the game. I seen grinding video during community day when he was showcasing that. Giannis has looked crazy, but you cannot get it yet. So I'm guessing that is going to be a hidden rep reward. Now, so that's probably gonna be the best one for bigs as well. But for bigs, right now I have KD. That's what I got. I don't know if you noticing the pattern with the big man animations, but yeah, KD got a lot of the best animations. It's as simple as that. Now, for bigs, this time it's gonna be Pro. Pro may be the best behind the back in the game. I don't know if y'all remember 23, Bro was the best one in the game to me the whole year. Now, Darius Garland is really good. Now, like I told y'all, they no longer have like the little combination explosive behind the back, but they do have the explosive behind the back in the game for behind the back. So it's actually kind of confusing how to explain it. So you can actually have an explosive behind the back from an escape move and an explosive behind the back from behind the back, but they're not going to be the same type, if that makes sense. So Darius Garland has one, Trae Young actually has one, Paul George actually has one too. So all three of these are really solid. None of them have really like crazy good moving behind the back animations besides maybe Trae. So that's why I think for guards, Trae may be the best one. But I am using Paul George on my swing. But like I said, Pro may be the best one. And if you're big, just use Pro. Next is the move and spin. Spins, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too into the spin. So you can go in the comments for the spin. But I would say Penny, Ja, and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant for bigs, Ja for guards, Penny for swings. Simple. Next is going to be the hezzies. Now, I'm gonna be real. 2K, I don't know what y'all on with the Ja, but my Ja hezzy was, hey, bro. That's one reason why it's kind of like, bro, like, y'all really doing this? Y'all going crazy. Ja Morant is only for guards now, so I can't use my Ja hezzy. The next best thing is Jimmy Butler. So I am using Jimmy Butler on my swing. Now, Ja Morant is the best one for guards, by far in my opinion. And then for bigs, the best one is Kevin Durant, by far. All right, next is that step back. Now, I'm going to be honest. If they went crazy on anything, it's the step backs. So, the best step back in the game, I don't even know. Be honest. I'm going to keep it a bean. It depends on how you want to play. Like, if you want that realism step back, go Tyrese Halliburton, go Trae Young. They have real snatch step backs. And I'm talking about, they not even just real, bro. You're taking ankles. I got clips of ankles, bro. I'm telling you. They snatching ankles this year, bro. Ankles is getting took this year. So, yeah, you can add that. But if you want something similar to, like, the hot back for LeBron, go Levine or Harden. I think Jimmy Butler actually has another solid one. And if you want the old 17 little snatchback, you actually can go D-Book. This takes ankles too, but it's not as good in my opinion as Tyrese. In my opinion, the best one overall is probably Trae. But Trae's animation is low-key, like, longer than Tyrese. But it's easier to, like, it creates more space, but it doesn't create as much space as fast as Tyrese. Tyrese is low-key fast, but it's like, it doesn't really create space. It doesn't, like, move that far. It only, like, it really moves, but it really stays on a spot. But it does get you open. And it takes ankles. So I think Tyrese low-key is the best one. As you can see, I have it on. But like I said, it's going to be a preference this year on the step backs. Do you want something similar to LeBron? Do you want to take ankles? Or do you want to just be nasty with it? I think Tyrese Halliburton and Trae Young are the two best ones in the game. If you're big, I am using Pro. Pro is actually really good too. It creates space. It takes ankles. It does all the same things. It's just not on the same level as the Tyrese's, the Zach LaVines, the James Hardens, or the Trae Young. Next is the triple threat style. I'm not going to lie, 2K. Y'all putting this behind a ret reward is insane. I ain't never heard nobody talk about triple threat styles in their videos, much less about Michael Jordan. Y'all put it as a ret reward last year. So, hey, I'm just saying. Now, it is not a ret reward. Shout out to 2K. We finally can put it on for the whole year. You know what I'm saying? No grind. We can just put that thing on. Simple as that. All right, now, let's get into the jump shots. Now, jump shots this year is a little bit different. Jump shots this year is going to be, you're going to have a literal custom visual cue that you're going to make in the jump shot creator. Now, the only thing I'll say about it is, it literally like molds, but you can mold it, but you don't know where you're molding it to. So like you kind of understand where like set point, release and all this stuff is based on last year. So I kind of just mold mine more to set point, but you're going to be able to see exactly where I mold mine. So people that had the issue with my jump shots last year, but had different visual cues, they weren't made for those visual cues. So you can kind of see that in the videos this year. Now, one thing I will say about this though, these are more personalized than ever. So what may be for me may not be for you, but I'm gonna give y'all the sauce. So we're gonna do the guards first. Now, guards, a lot of people love Patty Mills. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if Patty Mills is in the game this year or not, but a cheap alternative is going to be Alondes Williams. It's pretty much the exact same thing, and it's a low rating. Super smooth, and to go alongside it, you also have Devin Booker release with Curry, and I did go very quick, 75-25 more so to Curry. Now, with that being said, like I said, I did mold it right here. You can literally copy this exact thing that I'm showing on the screen, and you can do it to your jump shot. Now, with that being said, is this the best jump shot in the game? No, this is just what I've been using early on in the game because when I get my little, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna put Curry on. Curry is probably better right now. I'm not gonna lie. Not even probably. Curry is better. But there's some other jump shots you can use. These are just the two I've been using. Now, I ain't even been testing all the guard jump shots. It's so many different bases this year. I'm not gonna lie. And they actually changed a lot of stuff, but at the same time, like, you can still get your T-Max and stuff like that. It's just gonna be under different names and stuff like that. So all that stuff is still a thing. It's just, this is what I'm using. This is what I'm using. All right, so for all the swings out there, I actually got more swings than I do guards, and I've been on guards longer than I've been on swings, if that makes sense. But this is what I'll say is, when it comes to swings, they changed some of the stuff. So I want to give y'all an example. Taurean Prince is pretty much the same, but it's different. So he doesn't fade on his jump shot as much as he did last year, and he doesn't jump as high. So it's not going to be as hard to contest as it was last year, but it is faster. So it's like, for some people, they'll like it more, but for some people, they'll like it less. So me personally, I don't like it as much. I think it's still good. This is one of my favorite jump shots still, but it's not by far and away the jump shot I for sure would use. Now, Romeo Langford, I haven't even tested in this game yet, but that is another one I did use last year. But another one I would try to show you guys is Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen base is actually green. It's actually green. Now, this is what I'm using with it. I actually have it blink like this. I did not mean to actually have it blink like that, but yeah, this is what I would do it like. To that point, max speed and that animation blending. And this is the jump shot I'm actually using. So the fact that I had it the wrong visual cue is actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, Scottie Pippen, Kevin Durant, Larry Bird. The reason why I do use Larry Bird is because it stretches out the set point, so it makes it a little bit longer so that I can have a bigger green window, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is why I use Larry Bird. Like I said, when I was talking about the bigs, KD actually has some of the best animations in the game. It's simple as that. Now, what I will say, before we get into the bigs, Kevin Durant base may be the best base in the game. KD's base is crazy. Now, the only thing is, like I said, I am kind of grinding the build a little bit right now, so I don't even think I can put KD base on my build yet. Yeah, I can't. So I have to unlock it, and that's the only reason why I'm really not using it right now. But KD base, whenever I do unlock it, I'm most likely gonna be using that because not only is it faster, but it jumps as high, has just same defensive immunity, but this one has good stats. But for some reason, Scottie Pippen's timing stability is awful. But I'm gonna be real, when I'm using it, that's another thing about the game this year. Jump shots actually do matter this year in terms of the green windows, because Taurean Prince, like I said, it's quicker this year, but the green window is not as big as it was. Like, that's one thing I loved about Taurean Prince all these years. The green window, one of the biggest green window jump shots in the game. Scottie Pippen's jump shot has a far bigger green window, and that's really important. Now, I'm gonna say this. I was teasing this, that you can try the low profile, the normal profile, and high risk. The thing I'll say about that is, if you're playing certain game modes, now you can't even use that. So it's like, you might as well just always use high risk if you're gonna be playing those other game modes. So I'm gonna be playing those game modes, so there's no point in me using low risk, trying to master it, and still, even if I don't get a green, I can get a white and then go in. That's just not gonna be ideal. So that's not gonna be happening. So I'm gonna just use high risk, and that's what I've been using. All right, now for my stretch. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I dropped a stretch big vid. I ain't gonna lie, that build is good, but I low-key tweaked it a little bit to get a little bit more shooting on it to get certain stuff. Now, we're gonna show you guys the jump shot. The jump shot I am using is Kevin Durant. I'm gonna be real. I ain't gonna lie. Bigs having the ability to get very quick is kind of crazy. Bigs having the ability to get very quick is kind of crazy. So, if this is a thing, Bigs gonna have really good jump shots this year. And this is the jump shot I'm using on my big. I'm gonna be honest, I'm telling y'all boys, as soon as I get the opportunity to get that 99, the first build I'm making is my stretch. This this jump shot is by far the best jump shot I've used, by far the best jump shot I tested. Bro, this jump shot is green bean. I'm telling you, if you're a big, I'm gonna be honest, they cooked with this Kevin Durant. They was trolling y'all the last 2 years with y'all big jump shots. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly think that big man builds are actually gonna be very good this year, even when you're shooting, because y'all actually have a good jump shot this year. Now, the thing is, to get Kevin Durant's base, I believe it is a high requirement. So that's one thing I will say. Let me see real quick before we go too far, because just to even have this combination is an 88 3 ball. So that kind of tells you. And I will be like I said, I will be putting this on my swing. But yeah, to even put it on, you need an 89. So yeah, if you don't have that, you won't be able to do it. So only really stretches gonna be able to get Kevin Durant. Now, the OG version of it actually did get it. So if you did make the one I dropped with 90, that has better all around. It's better all around. I took some stuff off, so I took some hits just to get that 92, and I still had that 83 3-point, but I just got the 92 mid-range, so I can be able to get like stuff for badges and stuff like that. But that's not too important. That was just something I just tweaked myself. I think the one I posted is actually better because you do get better defense. You do get a little bit better finishing. So that's what I'll say. But Kevin Durant, hey, I think he may have one of the best releases in the game and one of the best bases in the game. And if you can make, I'm telling y'all, if you can be 7 foot with very quick, that's gonna be interesting, 2K. That's gonna be interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, that's gonna be the video. That's gonna be the jump shots. That's gonna be the animations. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything. I went over all the dribble animations. I went over the pass styles. I went over the layups. I went over the dunks. I went over the new shot creator animations with the go-to shots. I went over everything. The only thing I didn't go over is the post score because I ain't touch posts. So it's no point in me talking about it. I went over the motion styles. I didn't go with free throws because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't even tinkered with the free throws. I'm just using what I use. I probably won't put that in videos again this year. But yeah, that's gonna be the video. If y'all do want more, hopefully anybody that needed a jump shot found something they can use for the time being until they find something they can use for whatever shot visual cue they use. I personally used set point, and I use Larry Bird to go along with set point because of the fact that it's so easy to time. The green window is so big. I don't like the fact they nerfed Torian Prince, but it is what it is. We're gonna have Kevin Durant. But yeah, that's gonna be the video. If y'all do want more, like the video, subscribe if you're new. Without further ado though, man, it's your boy Fitz. I'm out of here, man.
I got digital dash camera with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I just had like a genius but damn near dumbass moment. I had to say that because, yeah, being real, I don't know how I ain't realized this until now, but custom shot visual cue pretty much just changes how long you have to hold the X button. It's not going, now if you change it, it is going to make it, okay, damn, okay. All right, hold on, let me slow down. So pretty much if you go to the left, you just shorten how long you hold the X button. If you go to the right, you lengthen how long you hold the X button. So yeah, it's gonna be a custom shot visual cue, but at the same time, when you're doing a custom one, you still can look at it, but now you can hold it for X a little bit shorter. So that's what you can do it when you're getting on the seams like I did. So I may, if I feel like I'm holding the X button too long on some of my jump shots, I may just start going to the custom and be like, hey, let's put that to the left a little bit. If I feel like it's a little too fast, let's put that to the right a little bit. So I may still keep shots very quick on all my shots, just change the custom shot visual cue. So this low-key is a W after thinking about it. I just got that after dropping the video, I ain't gonna lie. But hey, just a little fun fact to add for people.